Hello, good and wonderful people. You are welcome back to my channel. My name is Tessie. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, depending on where you are watching from. So this is a shocking revelation of how 300 billion naira was mismanaged, and sēcrēts giving President Muhammadu Buhari 14 days ultimatum to investigate the issue. I'm going to read the news in full details for you all, but please, if you're just watching for the first time or you have been watching without subscribing, please do me a favor by clicking on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe. Also on the notification button. In that way, anytime we upload a new video, they will notify you. And I pray that the same way you all are supporting me here in this channel, God will definitely send people that will support you in whatever you are doing in life, in Jesus' name. Amen. Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, sēcrēts, has given President Muhammadu Buhari 14 days to direct the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and anti-corruption agencies to probe alleged missing 300 billion public funds. You no get wetin person no go here for Nigeria, my people. Every day, I mean, which day person go even wake up hear one kind better story for that country? The body based its demand on the 2017 audited report by the Auditor General of the Federation. The July 4, 2020 letter was signed by sēcrēts Deputy Director Kolawale Oluwadara. It deplored the shocking revelation of mismanagement, diversion, and stealing of public funds, as well as unaccounted for spending. Copied were Malami, Bolaji, Chairman, Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission, Ibrahim Mago, Acting Chairman, Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, and Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance. The rights group charged President Muhammadu Buhari and all officials to act urgently. sēcrēts stated that the audit report suggests a great violation of the public trust and revealed that the indicted ministries, departments, and agencies and the National Assembly lack effective and credible internal process to prevent and combat. It was uncovered that the Federal Civil Service Commission allegedly spent 25,856,279 naira on behalf of the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs to develop online recruitment in April 2014 without any supporting memo from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and without due process. Although the project was suspended, the Commission allegedly paid 25,856,279 for contract not executed. The AGF recommended the full recovery of the public funds. The audit report said granted cash advances totaling 8,590,000 to 25 officials between February and December 2016, but failed to retire or account for the money. 6,850,000 was allegedly paid for store items that were never supplied. Another 2,619,210 naira was spent without receipt. The AGF expressed concern that the money may have been misappropriated or stolen and recommend the full recovery of the public funds. The report noted that the ex-chairman of the commission, whose tenure of office ended in May 2017, allegedly cornered 4 vehicles, 1 Toyota Hilux, 1 Toyota Land Cruiser Jeep, and 1 Toyota Corolla, despite the monetization policy of the government, which stated that all vehicles must not be taken away. sēcrēts cited that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs failed to show any receipt for the payment of 4,385,230,663 naira between January and December 2016. The ministry also had no insurance covered for all its motor vehicles, despite the budgetary allocation of 11,805,802 naira for insurance premium. It allegedly extended 72 million 30 naira to improve power supply to the ministry, but the contract for this was not captured in the 2017 appropriation. Despite the purported spending, power supply to the ministry has not improved. 7,520,000 was spent by 20 officials to visit 8 outstations of the ministry without due process and without any receipt. 234,622,718 naira was also spent but remained unretired or unaccounted for. The AGF recommend the full recovery of the funds. It allegedly paid 83,719,500 naira to a company for the rehabilitation and reintegration of released Chibok girls in August 2017 without any agreement between the ministry and the contractor and without any evidence of purchase of the back-to-school materials and job completion certificate. The AGF recommended recovery. Furthermore, the ministry allegedly transferred a take-off grant of 83,317,257 naira for Consulate General of Nigeria, Gwangju, to the personal account of the Ambassador of Nigeria in Rome in 2013 to be remitted to Gwangju, but the money was never remitted to Gwangju and has remained outstanding till date. The Auditor General expressed concern that the money may have been diverted and misappropriated and recommended that the Ambassador of Nigeria in Rome, whose account was used, to be asked to account for the money. It was discovered that the Ministry of Justice disbursed 10,460,950,841 naira judgment debt in 2017 without due process. The committee to manage the fund was dissolved as at the time of 2016 and 2017 appropriation, but the funds were nonetheless disbursed. 32,353,693 naira was allegedly spent between March and September 2017 on international travels without approval or evidence of spending. The AGF recommended the full recovery. At National Assembly, the House of Representatives spent 95,212,250 naira without due process and without any receipts. The National Assembly management account also showed spending of 673,081,242 naira between April-October 2017 without any document. The Senate allegedly spent 1,364,816,397 naira to renovate a store at the National Assembly, but the AGF was denied access to the store and records. Talks expressing concerns that the public funds may have been diverted for unappropriated purposes. The AGF recommended that the clerk of the National Assembly account for the sum. The audit found that the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies misappropriated 67,296,478 naira as payments were made to unknown persons. The AGF recommended that the Director General should fully recover the money and return it to the Treasury. For the Public Complaints Commission, 63,826,941 naira was allegedly spent to renovate state office in Delta, Kwara, Akwa Ibom, Taraba, Borno, Ekiti, and Niger State without due process, violation certificate, and without receipt. The AGF said that the money may have been diverted and recommend the full recovery. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources allegedly spent 343,957,350 naira without due process, receipt, and without any evidence of work done or services rendered. Also, 14,993,550 naira granted as cash advances to staff was not accounted for. In this case, the AGF recommended that the permanent secretary is made to account for it. Lower Benue River Basin Development Authority Makurdi allegedly misappropriated 42,277,285 naira of contracted money for the project management. National Agriculture Extension and Research Services Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, allegedly paid a contractor 33,425,000 in March 2017 for awareness training, but there was no evidence that the contract was executed. The AGF recommended that the executive director recover the money. Cross River Basin Development Authority Calabar allegedly overpaid a contractor to the tune of 10,387,490 naira for construction of link road between Cross River and Ebonyi State without any justification. 30,616,110 naira was allegedly spent for the construction of erosion control works at Nguzu, but remained unaccounted for. The AGF expressed concerns that the contractor may have received the money for project not executed and recommend that the management director recover the money. Lake Chad Research Institute, Maiduguri, Borno State, failed to account for two North Toyota Prado Jeeps which were purchased in 2013 and 2014 with registration number 45KO IFG for one Jeep, but the second one was not registered and no reason was given for this. On this, the AGF expressed concern that the Jeeps may have been diverted to private use and asked the executive director to account for them. The National Water Resources Institute, Kaduna, allegedly paid 84,401,940 naira to a company on 4th May 2017, being 10% payment on the construction of a two-story building for UNESCO without any existing contract and without receipt. The AGF recommend recovering of the money. Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, Abuja, allegedly paid 24,800,000 into a staff private account for production or prevention of the 2016 annual flood outlook and without evidence of services performed. Another 31,439,300 naira was paid in September 2016 into the account of another staff for sanitization workshops. The AGF asked the Director General to recover it. River Basin Development Authority, Kano State, allegedly paid 204,893,978 naira to contractor without any receipt. The Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research, Benin City, Edo State, paid 210,921,849 naira and 30,010,963 naira without any receipt. Another 15,630,050 naira cash advances to staff in 2017 was also not accounted for. As at 2018, the AGF expressed concerns that the money may have been mismanaged and asked the accounting officer to recover it. The Federal Capital Territory Administration allegedly spent 393,254,000 to support security agencies without due process and without receipt. Another 362,481,173 naira was paid for procurement of stores locally without due process. The Auditor General expressed concern that the money may have been missing and asked the Permanent Secretary to recover it. Ecological Fund Office allegedly misappropriated 1,257,791,992 naira meant for contract for canalization and deseating of Okoko and Ogbagba River in Osogbo Township, Osun State. There was no evidence that 30 million meant for compensation to owners of market to demolish structure and economic trees affected by project received any money. The AGF asked the Permanent Secretary to recover the money. Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation allegedly paid 301,984,103 naira for projects without accounting for it. 36,641,528 million was also paid for seminars, conferences, and workshops without any receipts. It was similarly discovered that 16,096,712 naira was spent on projects not executed. The AGF wants the permanent secretary to recover it. Federal University of Petroleum Resources, (FURUM), allegedly spent 830,267,951 naira as Special Presidential Needs Assessment Phase 1 and 2 to the Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Warri, for the construction of building, procurement of laboratory equipment and capacity building, staff training, but the funds were misapplied. 190,495,824 naira was approved for a project to construct and furnish workshop and laboratory, but the contractor was paid 199,324,657 naira and without any evidence of request by the contractor. The university also allegedly spent 990,621,753 naira to construct and furnish a 3-story and 4-floor structure student residential building complex, but the contract for the spending was awarded without due process. Only a 2-story and 3-floor building found constructed. Several other infrastructures are documented in the report. The AGF expressed concern that the money may have been diverted and asked the Vice Chancellor to account for it. National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion allegedly spent 2,270,000 for a 2-day workshop without any receipt. The AGF asked the Director General to recover the money. The Nigerian Railway Corporation failed to remit 122,242,337 naira in tax to authorities. National Power Training Institute of Nigeria allegedly paid 20,569,394 naira for supply of power system simulator without evidence of supply. It gave 6,187,393 naira as cash advances to 17 officers, which remained unaccounted for. Advertising Practitioner Council of Nigeria allegedly paid 3,604,000 for the services of solicitors without the consent of the Attorney General of the Federation. The report uncovered that another payment of 13,542,822 naira for the completion of machine tools workshop was made without contract agreement, or 126,533,197 naira was paid without contract agreement or receipt. The AGF expressed concerns that the money may have been misappropriated and asked the managing director to recover the money. National Health Insurance Scheme allegedly paid 4,991,475,094 naira as cash advances to staff without due process. 72,383,000 was supposedly paid for verification exercises, but the AGF found no evidence that the verification took place. Another 31,498,400 naira was purportedly paid for accreditation of health maintenance organization, but again the AGF found no evidence of this. National Information Technology Development Agency allegedly paid 28,525,000 to a security company for the production of procurement manuals for agency. It was revealed how 300 copies of the manual were produced, although only 5 copies were needed, with a copy of the manual costing 95,083 naira. The agency also paid 15,842,970 naira printer turners. The SERAP letter added that several other infractions documented in the report, a copy of which can be obtained from the Auditor General's office. Okay, lovelies, and this is basically it for you all. It is a very long report, but I just decided to take my time to read it out for all of you all, so that you all will see where we are today, because every day they say we are the Nigeria, we are the giant of Africa, we have the money, we have the resource, but questions arise. Where are all this money going to? Because every day we keep borrowing, but we are not seeing anything they are using the money for. But some individuals are pocketing the money for their individual use, for their individual needs, while the poor masses are suffering. A country like Nigeria is not supposed to be the headquarters of poverty with all the resources that we have, but it is so unfortunate that this is the kind of people we have found ourselves with. So I don't want to take too much of your time again. I would want you to share your own opinion with me on the comment section. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all in my next video. Remain blessed until I come your way next time, and don't forget to share this video. Bye bye.